Opportunity Calls with Ellen Volpe is sponsored by LongIsland.com.
I'm Bob Mittleman, sitting in for Ellen Volpe today, and I'm joined by Vincent Malizia of the A1 Group. Vincent, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me, Bob.
Let's get rolling with a very difficult question, Vincent. You ready?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I grew up in Mount Sinai, New York, one of five. I have two brothers and two sisters. I married my high school sweetheart, Danielle. We have three beautiful little girls together, Sienna 4, Talia 2, and Daniela 9 months. So we are quite busy, to say the least.
So, Vincent, you've mentioned your business is the wild, wild west, and I can relate to that, working on Wall Street for many, many years. I used to work on the New York Stock Exchange during the 80s, and that definitely was the wild, wild west, and I was a NASDAQ market maker for close to 2 decades. So, although we're not in the same industries, but I get it from a mindset point of view. So tell me, how did you get involved in this business?
Well, my father started this business over 40 years ago. Actually, this upcoming year is going to be 40 years. And as young kids, we grew up in the business. Probably from the age of 14, we would go to job sites. We would clean up roofing debris. I keep saying we. My other brother, John, was also one of the owners. And as little kids, we loved going to, work with the guys, make money. And as time went on, we worked our way up the ladder and eventually went from helpers to roof mechanics, foremen, salesmen, and then operations, and now owners of the company. Probably the best way to learn is hands-on. That's where we really learned the business. We spent most of our summers working on a roof. Graduated college, and we came back with a vision. We wanted to really grow the company. At the time, we were a residential roofing company with really not many commercial contacts. I would say in the past 5 years, we're probably one of the leaders now in the tri-state area. We have some large accounts such as Citibank, Capital One, Bank of America, Simon Malls, Tanger Outlets, Macy's, and Regal Cinemas, just to name a few.
You've had such, and I know you personally and professionally, tremendous growth in the last few years. What do you attribute that to?
Well, one of the things my father always instilled in us was doing the right thing. If you said you were going to do a job a certain way, you did the job that way. It didn't matter if halfway through the job you realized you were going to lose your shirt on the job. That wasn't important. What was important was doing what you said you were going to do. And that was something he really made a point to get across to us. And that's why our core values now are integrity, trust, and tradition. And, we really feel that we are successful because we want to treat people the right way. We want to do the right job. In business, we're all in business to make money, right? But one of the things with us is we want to make a difference. We want to change the whole thought of a roofer, a contractor, where they take a deposit and don't come back, or you have a leak and they don't show up. We want to change that. We want to let people know that we're good people. We're going to do the right thing. We're going to stand behind our workmanship, and we really care. We're not here just to make a quick buck. We want to change people's lives.
So what do you think separates you from your competition?
I think what separates us is no matter if you're a helper here, if you're an accountant, if you're a salesman, if you're a mechanic, everyone's treated the same way here. We treat everyone fairly. We try to provide our staff with a really great workplace. We try to do a lot of fun events with Christmas parties and company retreats, and we sent, a few weeks ago, we sent Mr. Softy to all the job sites. We want people to have fun. We don't want this just to be another job, just coming in to get a paycheck. We want this to be a career move for you. I think that's one of the biggest differences. We truly care about our employees.
Vincent, I love that. I'm very much into the experience from the owner to down to the working with your clients, and I think that's awesome. And it speaks a lot about you and your company. What changes have you made during this COVID time to remain successful?
So, I mean, when COVID hit, I think we could all agree that nobody was really sure what to expect. In a very short amount of time, we had to get our staff up and running at home with computers, phones, and at the same time, we had to get our guys in the field set up to be working safely, where we can still help those in need. We were considered an essential worker. We had we thought the residential market was going to be very quiet, so we were prepared to really pull back and try to cut some costs. And the residential market just took off, and still to today, it's the busiest probably it's ever been. On a commercial end, some of our bigger projects like Top Golf got shut down. However, the banks, the hospitals, industrial areas there where they were providing masks and gloves and ventilators, those buildings all had to be serviced. So we continued to work in a safe manner. And we were very blessed, and we still are very blessed to continue to keep working, and probably going to have our best year ever, which is pretty amazing with everything that's going on right now.
It's incredible, and you were set up for that perfectly, and I'm very, very happy to hear that. Vincent, how do you guys give back to the community?
That was always something to us that was always near and dear to our hearts. It doesn't matter how busy we are, what's going on in our lives. We want to always help those in need. So one of the big ways we give back, every year we typically run a toy drive. This year it's through Stony Brook Children's Hospital. Last year was a little bit different. We did it at St. Mary's in Queens, and we were actually able to deliver the gifts and spend hours playing games with these kids. We do support St. Jude's every year, where we sponsor a golf outing. We're on the committee, and we typically bring in somewhere between $500,000 to $700,000 just from a golf outing. I also was on the Light the Night committee for Leukemia Lymphoma Society, where we were able to raise a lot of money this year through some unusual circumstances, but we were still able to bring in some good money with everything that's going on. So again, there's a lot of things that we try to participate in. We try to help those that are in need, because we understand that we're very lucky to be where we are today. So we always try to give back whenever we can.
So you're an expert networker and been in ABA for quite a while. What would you say about your ABA membership and how it's helped you professionally and personally?
Well, I think one of the great things with ABA is it's a very genuine group. It's a group of people that can help look at your business from the outside in and provide some very valuable feedback. And Bob, even yourself, Ellen, Jean, you guys are so hands-on and you care so much that makes the difference. You reaching out to somebody on an off day just to say, hey, how's it going? I think you should meet this person. That's the type of stuff that is so genuine and just comes so naturally. So I actually can't wait for the days that we get back into the in-person meetings, because I feel like they are they're a lot of fun. They really are a lot of fun. And again, the biggest thing I could take away from ABA is everybody's extremely helpful and genuine. That's the most important thing I've taken away from it.
No more so than you, Vincent Malizia. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Opportunity Calls with Ellen Volpe is sponsored by LongIsland.com. American Business Associates is New York Metro's premier business development and networking association. To learn more about ABA, visit aba-ny.com.